the L-sit so much, they actually have their own month in the strength sessions. L-sit month. Or really, the name means nothing. It's just the move that's most memorable from the gym class. That's why we call it that. Firstly, they work tons of muscle in just one move. To work to stabilise, we have to work the arms, the triceps to hold the arms straight. We work loads of musculature through the chest, through the lats, through the rhomboids, through the shoulders, to bring those shoulders down, which is so important to work on for posture and for good training mechanics. So we've got all that musculature working just to hold the setup position. Then, of course, you've got your abs and your hip flexors, which work to lift the knees and extend the legs. So they work tons of muscle. They're great for your posture. I like doing lots of statics with my guys in the class because we can guarantee we get a certain amount of time under tension in the muscles. We're not just racing through reps. And I really like the L-sit because they're like a gateway to the world of gymnastics. Most stuff gymnasts can do is like from another planet, you can't even imagine it. But if you get really strong and really skillful, then there's certain things like the L-sit, like the handstand, like the bent arm planche, which you can begin to work in, or at least strive towards being able to do. Another great thing about the L-sit is they're so beginner friendly. If you're really not strong, then you're going to have to do a little bit of work to get used to having the force of your body weight going through your wrists. That's fine. But the thing is, they scale from absolutely beginner friendly all the way to really advanced. So you can start on chairs, you can start on bars, you can start on a table or box if you're a little more advanced. Then if you're really not very strong, you can simply press down and set that upper body position, get those shoulders down and leave a foot or two down on the floor and just get used to taking your body weight. Then when you're ready for it, you might be able to come up, bring the feet off the floor with the knees low. Then as you progress, those knees will come even higher. So most people in the gym class, they can do it on bars with bent legs. When it comes to straightening the legs is when we really find out about your stability and about your strength in the hip flexors. So you'll find that knees here is fine, but as you go to straighten, those knees need to drop. That's fine. That's what we want. Find out what you can do now and train with the goal of being able to do it on the floor a little bit down the line. I also like these because training in sort of mainstream gym population, every now and then you get someone along who has a little bit higher than the optimal body fat. Now, these folks, you can imagine the scene. They often want to do abs, abs, abs because they want to be able to see their six-pack. But the thing is, getting a six-pack is not about training, it's about your food. Training is about being strong and healthy overall. So moves like the L-sit I love because we can get some serious tricep strength, serious chest and back strength, and integrate with abs. So yes, we can say we're doing abs all the time, but actually we're doing a lot more than just that. So we want to be able to keep the wrist fairly straight. So if you're on bars, it's quite easy. You keep that wrist quite straight on the bars. The more they bend back, the more you have to be able to cope with that. So if it hurts you while you're learning, that's fine. Just be patient, build up that strength carefully. So if you're using the floor or chairs, fingers spread like we always do with the gymnastics drills, and then you can have them straight, but you may well feel better turning them out very slightly. So that's where I teach you to start there. Then the arms must be locked out. That means biceps forwards, so we're in an externally rotated position from the shoulder. We've got a little stretch over the bicep tendon, and that's a good strong locked position. If you hyperextend easily, be very careful with locked joints. If you're in a normal joint position, train to get locked out, build strength there, and you'll be all the stronger and more durable for it. So, lock those arms out. then pay particular attention. We've got to get the shoulders down before we start, otherwise there's no recovery. So get the shoulder blades down, shoulders down. I don't mind the shoulders rounded forwards very slightly while you're learning this. Ultimately, when you do a good one, you could be able to hold like that as well. But set that shoulder position straight down, don't overthink the rest. Chin is tucked, not looking up, and then we push down hard, and then we bring the knees as high as we can, and we hold. We do L-sits a few ways in the strength sessions. Sometimes we do 10-second static holds, sometimes we do longer 20-second holds in a slightly regressed position, and then sometimes we do dynamic reps, which either means on the bars, the knees are high, you tap the feet on the floor, you come back up. If you've got chairs like this, you can go from hovering in a straight position, up high, control down, up high, control down. If you've only got one chair, don't stress it. As long as it's wide enough, or you're narrow enough in the buttocks. Push down, lift up, crash. Push down, lift up, crash. So main things we don't want to see is this position in the arms. Internally rotating because you're not strong enough to hold a good stable shoulder position, and you start moving around trying to find stability. Might well happen if you particularly tighten the chest in the lats or in the biceps. So we're going to work to improve that mobility if you don't have it already. Then as soon as it gets tough, instead of this position, people tend to lose it and we end up hanging out here. So we don't want to see that. If that happens, regress it, maybe put a foot down, maybe just shorten your holds until you can hold solid posture throughout. Then when we go straight legs, I have a rule. We don't want droopy legs. We want fully straight, strong positions. So either you can go locked out strong, or you go lower, or you do one leg, and we build up, but we learn to train neat positions with pride, with style. Another way to practice these, if you're nearly strong enough to do them on the floor but not quite, is to try scoops. So we start from flexed arms, we lock the arms, we drag ourselves forwards, we do a few reps. We try and lengthen out the hold at the top. Pause, down, up, pause, down.